Nice to meet you, Supermassive 20.
Hey, nice to meet you. Right, okie dokie, so we're gonna...
So, we're just in the ready room right now, and I think... just a second.
Yeah, also I like this idea of the lobby. This is much more fun than most game lobbies, where you're just kind of sat looking at a menu. At least here I can run around.
I think we may as well start because they'll kind of... We may as well just start and chat because they will kind of just start at some point. So,
Yeah, it'll be and they're off kind of thing.
I don't know if you've got a kind of specific way you start your videos, but I'm just going to do my crazy start, and if you want to cut it off the front of yours, I've got no problem, but I'm just about to do it right now.
That's all right.
Okay. 498 in 3, 2, 1. Mark. G'day everyone, welcome back to NS2HD. I am here with a special guest today. I have Stephen Chapman, who is from the Gamer Post. Say hello, Stephen.
Hello, how are you?
I am pretty swell, and what we're going to do today is we are going to watch a match between Archaea versus Exodus, but we're going to do it from the perspective of people that know no idea about what's going on. So Stephen has played a little bit of NS2, is that right?
Yeah, I've played a couple of matches, yeah, here and there.
Awesome. So we're going to jump in and watch it and try and commentate it as if we really don't know what's going on. And Blind NS is also in here. He's going to record the game for all you people that want to watch the game in terms of competitive casting. So if you want to see the competitive cast, head on over to Blind NS's channel on YouTube. But in here, Stephen, let's jump into the spectator mode. Let's see what these teams are doing warming up, eh?
Alrighty.
Let's get out of this ready room, much as we love partying in the ready room. Get into spectator mode and just tap your space key and you'll get into overhead view, and then you've got a mini-map on the bottom left, and in that mini-map you can click anywhere and move around.
Ah, wonderful. All right.
Have you ever seen the specky mode before?
I haven't actually looked at this before, no. I've played a little bit as Commander, which is obviously it's a similar kind of view, but I've never actually managed to be able to look around and see all of this kind of stuff before.
Well, welcome to the spectator mode of Natural Selection 2. This was actually done by the community, if you can believe that.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Actually, then officially made part of the game. And it's also this map has been done by the community, is now officially part of the game. So there's a lot of you're looking at a lot of community effort here in this video.
Yeah.
Viewers of the Gamer Host and of course viewers of NS2HD. Welcome to welcome to community game development is what I'd say about it.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of the beautiful things about PC.
It is.
To have all the community all the time. Brilliant. Right, so I'm just kind of stood down here by what looks like the alien base, and it's kind of a bit kind of mental down here. I'm noticing quite a lot of little off structures and things, as well as their the main hive.
Oh yeah, so you're seeing and just before we start, if you hit key number 1, you'll go into a free look mode to fly around inside the map.
Ah,
and if
beautiful.
you hit key number 2, you'll go back into the overhead view, and inside that overhead view you can see all that. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of eggs in that hive, and they're actually about to start this competitive match. So we can take it slow, even though this will be very fast paced. We can just chill out, and you can just ask me questions, Stephen. Let me tell you what the hell is going on here.
Okay, radio. Well, the first thing is, how would you say an average game of this works? So these guys are going to be running around. They're obviously going to really know what they're doing. I'm just going to try and capture them as I go. But is there any kind of particular tactics? Is there a good way to get a good start? You know.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's about being aggressive at the start. You can see that on either side of the marine base at the north end, they are putting up what we call extractors, which are resource collection structures. And you can see Skuggan is building one over in what we call topographical analysis there. They're going up on either side. And now the Marines are flowing down south into the map where they're going to start finding the aliens. And meanwhile, the aliens are doing their own expansion, putting down a second hive on the lower right side of the map. And so it's about being aggressive at the start, dropping extractors, getting resources, on the alien side, dropping harvesters to get resources. And of course, one of the basic things the Marines have to do at some point early in the game is get an armory as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. So they've actually got some good firepower to beat these beasts back. So yeah, I'm just looking at, here we go, I'm just going to have a fly around and have a look at what's happening.
We've got a little bit of an attack happening on cargo transfer as well, if you want to catch that.
Oh, the cargo transfer, brilliant. Yeah,
that's at the very south end of the map, and the Marines are actually already attacking this harvester, and that's crucial because harvesters gather resources. And if you lose your initial harvester, the one you had at the start of the game, you're in real trouble, and they're actually going to lose it.
Yeah, they just had to go, and there it goes. So that's that one gone. Wow. So yeah, so that's that's quite a big blow then for that team. Then they've kind of lost their main resource gathering from the beginning, so they're now going to have to work doubly hard to try and pull this one back.
Yeah,
it looks like these Marines have kind of they've got a bit of a monopoly on this base at the moment.
They have really locked down cargo transfer. They're killing all the eggs. And you know what? I think this game actually might end very quickly. These two Marines have played exceptionally well. These are some of the best Marines in Natural Selection 2. Believe me, Fana and Zico. And Exodus is going to kill them, but at what cost? I mean, it's a lot of cost. So, you know, you're watching two of the very best teams in NS2. One of them, Archaea, is just off-the-chain mental, Stephen. They are so good. So, I mean, this is definitely a very high-level game, and we'll have to see if Exodus can bring it back. But, I mean, what confuses you right now, Stephen? What is going on in this map, and you're thinking, what the hell is going on?
Well, the main thing for me would be just really what everyone is kind of... Because it seemed like there was some kind of map flow, that the teams didn't immediately go for, say, a stronger hold in the map. It seemed as... I'm not sure if it's just coincidence or not, but it seemed like Exodus, they went for the west, or the east side of the map, and then the Marines they went actually for the west. They kind of it seemed like that was the natural thing to do. They didn't kind of half split here and there to cover their tracks. They just all went that way.
Well, it'll change from game to game. I mean, there's definitely it depends on where the aliens start on the map. They can start on any one of three positions on this map, and that'll probably determine how the initial flow of the game goes. But map control is huge in Natural Selection 2. Gaining map control to gather resources is very important. And both these teams, they've felt each other out. They've figured out where they are, where everybody is. And once they've done that, you know, the aliens have naturally chosen to go for this eastern side hive. And the Marines have figured out, well, we've got the entire run of the western side of the map. We're just going to take all of it. But it looks like Archaea, again, though, is in cargo transfer hive. And they're in the pipeline hive. And it's really not looking good for Exodus.
No, it's really not right now. So these guys then, Archaea and Exodus, have they been playing since kind of Natural Selection 1, the really kind of early days, kind of been following it quite heavily, or have they come around recently, or?
They are mostly, I'd say most of these players are definitely NS1 veterans. A lot of them, it's definitely not the case with all teams, though. These two teams are very experienced. A lot of players, though, have just come into the Natural Selection 2 beta, and they've liked the idea that they can just join up a team. You know, there's no official system. You just gather some mates and find a match and let us know, and we'll cast it. So it's very casual, and it's just a fun way to get some organized play going. And there's definitely nothing wrong with playing in a pub game, just a normal public game, but you can have a lot of fun playing as a sort of competitive team, and you start the match now, and we'll play best of 5, and there's a lot of fun to be had there.
Yeah, that's the thing that kind of struck me when I first kind of had my first couple of matches. Is I was just joining the public servers and kind of getting a feel for the game, and then the minute I started to kind of get a hang of what was going on, the first thing I thought was, well, this would definitely be something that me and a group of friends would just kind of, we'd love to sit, chat over Skype or over the in-game chat, and then just obviously lock down a set of tactics, communicate, and it seems like that would be a really good way to start enjoying the game.
And it's certainly anyone can do that. You know, we've got a competitive match forum up that anyone can just make a post. Hey, I'm looking for a team, and get to go with your buddies and find an opponent in there. There's a lot of games happening. You know, we've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these games up on YouTube now, so they're definitely happening all the time. These two particular teams play all the time, and Archaea is just thinking, we are going to go to town here, Exodus. And I must say, just for my viewers, that Exodus has so much. They just have got guts going up against Archaea. Everybody knows Archaea is the best right now, and these guys have got serious guts going up against them.
Yeah, indeed. It looks like kind of Archaea are just really, really nailing these guys hard. They're just all over in their base. They just kind of they've had it from the start, really, and that's kind of, I suppose that's the thing about competitive play, is it generally tends to evolve quite quickly unless you've got two of the top teams really, really pushing each other. But yeah, this looks like it's kind of been quite a fast game. Archaea got the upper hand and just kind of ran into it. So in terms of kind of keeping this as you say it's a place where you can get together with friends and that you can just post, or you can do the pub games, things like that. Is there also kind of a single player side to this? Is there going to be anything for kind of like a campaign player?